alphaness is contextual, but over a course of a life, there has to be some way to measure these qualities.
I'm a big, scary guy, so I have to go way more into my female brain in psychology, where when I pick up a girl, I go, man, you're fucking crazy, ha ha ha. But if I'm a short little bitch, I have to maintain frame and authority the whole date. So you got to do the
little dog has to bark the loudest.
Yeah. And that's why I look flamboyant with my movement when I talk to her, when I'm serenading the vagina. But if I'm in a room with Hell's Angels, my movement is rigid. I immediately switch. Nobody understands. If you're a Chad, you have to learn how to pick her up as a beta and an alpha, because she will test both.
Congruency.
But you guys teach, and you guys are always right. You guys teach that there's a very huge lack of alphas on Earth. Yeah. And what is an alpha if you define? Because this is a hard one, right?
So if you want to do this from like a like objective and subjective, alpha, when we talk about from taxonomy, is like, so we have a silverback gorilla or a elephant bull seal. That's one for every 10, right? For Homo sapiens, I think it's probably 16% of men that would be in that situation. The reason why I bring that up is because when you look at Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, you have 20% of men getting 83% of the right swipes, which means the top 80% of men are competing for 17% of those men. Also, one other thing before you go on. You have 33% of men probably in that area that have had 0 sexual partners in the last year, and you have the top 5% of men with 150 sexual partners. So when you look at this scale, it goes like this, like a hockey stick, which would indicate to me, if you want to make that's not the, obviously, there's other reasons to be an alpha male, right? You're a firefighter, you're a military commander. I'm just saying, when it comes to women choosing men to have sex with, there's a small group of men that are getting a disproportionately large amount of sex.
This fax machine, and that's just value. You guys better subscribe, but check this out. I can't believe you did all that. That was great, but what I want to ask is, like, let's say you like one of these girls as a friend, you want to help her out. Mm-hmm. What would you tell her? Hey, look for these things. This is a real alpha. That guy's a phony. That guy's a...
Yeah, it's action. It's 100% action. The biggest problem is, this is the thing. When a man wants to have sex with you, he has sex with you. When a man wants to marry you, he marries you. When women are
now look what you said. Identical to whether you look at Masonic literature or psychology. When you said action, you said active, which is the solar male principle. The female is passive, the moon. The sun is active. You said his temperament has to be active. Get up, we're going to eat. Get up, we're going to fuck. Actually, get on your knees, suck dick. But what you said there is the best definition of masculinity, because I hate when people say muscles, because you can have all the muscles on earth. Right. Khabib is choking you the fuck out.
Yeah. I think another function as far as masculinity, because you asked about alpha male, is willing to die for your tribe, because that's an evolutionary adaptation. This is the reason why 40% of men have reproduced and 80% of women, and that the reason why we know this is because we can trail Y chromosomes throughout history. Also, go ahead.
What you just said there is man willing to die for his tribe. Yeah. You just admit only religious men are alpha. That's exactly. An atheist will never die for their tribe.
Well, I mean, military men. I mean,
I have my unpopular opinion on this as well, too. In my experience, if any man said that they alpha, they're actually not alpha.
Yes. Yes.
Agreed.
Seriously, though, who talks about it? It's like Fight Club. Like,
alpha
don't
talk
about
it. Alpha.
But when you look at like that,
because you have to demonstrate and not explicate. If you're talking about it, you're not doing it.
The problem is, Taylor, you're talking about from an individual point. Of course, I'm not going to say I'm the most humble motherfucker there is. Of course not. But from a population standpoint, there must be a way to say this person is the alpha male. I know when I was sitting there talking to the other lieutenants when I was in my squadron, they would listen to me because I was a captain. When the colonel walked in, we all stood at attention. It was very clear. It was very contextual. When I'm going to dinner for my birthday and everyone's staring at me, everything's cool. We would go into a club. What's his name? Calvin Harris would start playing. Now everyone's facing Calvin Harris. Alphaness is contextual, but over a course of a life, there has to be some way to measure these qualities.
There's there's a really easy way to spot alpha.
I got a question going on.
I want to do it after.
Go ahead.
So here's what I love. I love looking at the animal lions, because my last name's Lyons, but also I just love lions. And the alpha male, you can always spot him because he's chilling out, relaxing, and surrounded by women. You want to see a real alpha male, it's when they're relaxed and they're surrounded by women. The women want to be with him, which is always.
Yeah, always. Well, he's the guy that other men want to be and other women want to fuck.
And how can we spot the beta male? Yeah. The beta male is the one that comes to challenge the alpha, screaming, shouting, roaring, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then what's the alpha male's first reaction? He fucking yawns. He's literally saying, you are boring. I am relaxed, I am chill, bro, walk away. And despite what documentary movies will make you think, most of the time, lions don't fight. Because if they get injured, Even if you win, there's no hospital.
I mean, the male lion sleeps all day and the females aren't, because one male lion can fuck up 30 females. So he's waiting to fight the other male. That just like a rooster can fuck up 1,000 female chickens, women can't fight or females can't fight. But the way we break down alpha and beta, it's like a marketing term, really, but it's zeros and ones. She either likes you or she doesn't. You know she respects you. When I walk in a room, all my bitches, they stand up straight. But if the girl's on her phone and she looks up and then looks back down, that bitch don't fucking respect you at all.